This presentation is on Indiana Public Law 1001-2009 and the Federal Title Grants 1 through 5 in Module 3. Following, you will find a series of slides on two major topics: the revised Indiana School Finance Law, which can serve as a reference as you look at your state laws on school finance, which are different from state to state, and the federal title grants. You should especially look at Title I and II as they are assessed as part of the SLLA, Administrator's Assessment for Licensure, not only in the state of Indiana, but in other parts of the United States, even if the administrator's license or certification assessment is different. It's important that you recognize the significance of the federal title programs, each of which has importance for you as a future school administrator. Those of you who currently serve in a Title I school will recognize the accountability portions of the Title I program. Title II is utilized by most school districts or corporations to provide professional development and class size reduction to districts. Title III is the English as a Second Language funding source, and Titles IV and V are not currently funded throughout the state of Indiana, and with congressional action based on budgetary restriction throughout the United States. Indiana House Enrolled Act 1001 of 2009 substantially changed the way that Indiana schools were funded. Previously, all school corporations depended on a percentage of property taxes collected by their counties to provide dollars for the 7 funds that their corporations worked with. These 7 funds are the General Fund, Capital Projects, Transportation Operating Fund, Bus Replacement Fund, Special Education Preschool Fund, Debt Service, and Debt Service Pension Fund. The General Fund is made out of the following funding sources. On the revenue side, state support, which is 99% of the general fund, transfer tuition, interest, summer school, gifted and talented funds, full-day kindergarten, and building rentals. On the expenditure side, wages and wage-related fringe benefits for teachers, aides, custodians, extracurricular staff, co-curricular staff, and for professional development, educational and custodial supplies and equipment, utilities, and debt service. The debt service fund includes income from property taxes, excise tax, commercial vehicle excise tax, federal income tax, and comprises of 100% local money. Expenditures in this category are tax anticipation warrant interest, and those are warrants that are required when the state does not provide state funding in a timely manner. School corporations have to take out tax anticipation warrants, and they get those from the bond bank in their state. A holding corporation leases, general obligation bonds, common school fund loans, which are technology loans, uncollected textbook rental, and attorney or bond trustee fees for the categories noted. Under the debt service pension bond, income includes property taxes, excise taxes, commercial vehicle excise tax, and federal income tax, and is also 100% local money. Expenditures in this category are the bond costs. The Capital Projects Fund, a very major fund for capital improvements, includes income categories of property tax, excise tax, commercial vehicle excise tax, federal income tax, and is also 100% local money. Expenditure categories are capital improvement, land acquisition, architect and construction fees, rental of buildings and equipment, maintenance of the equipment and the buildings, emergencies, utilities, and technology. Schools in Indiana and across other states are allowed to transfer from the general fund of a school corporation to the CPF for utilities and insurance, the Capital Projects Fund, and the Capital Projects Fund for technology salaries. So the technology salaries, those persons that are involved in working with technology in your school district, do not have to come out of the general fund. You are allowed to transfer money from the general fund to debt service, and to the transportation fund. You cannot transfer from other funds to the general fund. In 2008, the General Assembly of Indiana passed Public Law 146 to eliminate property tax levies as a general fund revenue source for school corporations. Lost revenues were to be replaced with an increase in the state sales tax. However, as we know in all states, this did not occur as a result of the recessionary trend we saw in our economy. The amount per student that each corporation receives is determined by the foundation grant. At the time was $4,825, and the complexity index that the school corporation received. The complexity index comprises of the percentage of free and or reduced lunch that the school corporation has. As a result of this change in law, 292 of 293 school corporations did increase their funding at that time.